There is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines. 48 Sports College Football, we stay with you.
Remind me I lost in the championship game. Fucked up.
Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And as he throws, a strike downfield.
Oh, shit.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Got a man. It's Keene.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second down, they'll go to the air. On the run, still looking. Gets rid of it. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He wants to throw it again.
Oh!
Open in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line,
That
and
bitch
they'll
is
pick up a
traffico.
first set of downs.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Spartans have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally...
Oh, I don't fucking pick that up!
As we get later in the year and big decisions are made, you've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the right. He's got a first down. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Well, you got to this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The give to the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms. But the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Looking for a man. It's Combs. Throws
Oh, no. What a terrible throw. Terrible read, terrible throw.
Early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception
Forced
on
the
the
shit out of that.
game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to
2 dudes
close.
over.
What a phenomenal play by that
Force him.
just now to get the ball back to his offense.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's King. Brought down to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on this? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. I'm not talking about ranking trophies.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh,
Makes the catch. They'll
fuck.
put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
sitting there.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles.
Damn it.
The offense stays on the field.
And the Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Trying to power it in. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Second down, he'll throw it. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Michigan State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gets it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. NC State is just getting blown off the field
too
today.
fast.
This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 30 to Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the...
He's on the loose. Can they catch
No,
it?
back even. Let's get this cracking.
It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Defense looks like they're coming. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Slater. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it, couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent.
It's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression, and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll line up for a second down play. Leaves it with the back. Makes a pass to Marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Holds and fires complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Oh, stupid ass. Dumbass.
It's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're
Take it to the outside. You got a touchdown.
And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to get.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Oh, he had a touchdown. What the fuck?
Be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And after that last sack, man, you can just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Combs. Shoots it to the left.
Oh, come on, man.
Just missed him a little bit. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. He's got it for a big play. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Finds a crease at the top. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They'll run it. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
It's just so nice to have a signal guard who can make plays through the air, can make plays with his feet like this, runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Slater. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Under fire. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Combs. Gonna let it fly. He holds it in and nobody's close. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's King. At the 35, he's open.
Yo, that's crazy.
Make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break.
How did he not fucking tackle that dude?
That's
Look.
the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Spartans will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Shit.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. On the set. Might be calling a hot route. Someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. And the penalty will be accepted. The offense says, thank you very much. Back to throw, it's Combs. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Running into the open space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Wants to throw on first down. On target. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And here comes the offense on second down.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
To the air on second down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Sends it back in motion. Gonna look downfield again. He's got him. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Making side adjustments here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Back behind the chains. 1st and 15. Looking downfield, it's Combs. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. It just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, show them what's inside your chest.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will
2 dudes there. God damn it.
This is a situation here in the 3rd.
How do you not pick that shit?
Not want to be in facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down.
Ooh, good throw.
Down is still on his feet.
Ooh, right in the hole. Good shit.
They're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Unloads it downfield. Hits him inside the 20, still going.
Baited it, went too far. Good shit. That's the exact throw I wanted, too. Fuck.
quarterback's ability
Good
to read the
shit.
field is huge, and also the
Damn.
anticipation, the timing. To be able to
The
throw
one
the
I
football,
wanted.
Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David.
Good
Listen, a lot of
shit.
times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Give to the back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just...
Oh, you let him off that block.
Stay ahead of the sticks. Don't have to get in bad
That was the
situations.
one.
Or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The offense changing the play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. Got the 1st down and more. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Combs. Quarterback extends the play. Throwing on the run. Got his man downfield. Touchdown Wolverine. He got a step and just dusted the field. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen?
And the returner will be dragged down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to fit. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They want that clock to run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Combs. Gonna try to get it himself. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
They'll try the outside to the left. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back, and going to get the quarterback.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. The guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Got some room headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. see what they have dialed up for this one. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Westbrook. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seems like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Running back searching for a hole. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They'll try the run. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Calls his own number. Hard running there. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.